Well, hey everybody, this is Ian here, and we're starting our first video build blog thing for the NX-01.5 Refit. So, what have I done so far? Let's see. Made a, starting on the nacelles with the electronics, we got a little blue thing going on here. Fortunately, I only have to light the one side, because this isn't so bad to mask. It's that other side where you gotta get every single little flux chiller madingy. But it's probably, I'm using the webcam on the computer. Hopefully, I'm gonna shoot these with the regular camera, hopefully, but doesn't look, well, it looks overlit. Now, the thing is, this is like the regular density LED tape where they're further apart. So I think I really need to buy some more of some stuff like this, where it's the double density. This is the black light LED tape I used on the Avenger over there. Because it's, you'd get less hot spots and things like that, and it'd be closer together. You wouldn't have to use as much. So we'll see. But since I only got 30 days, I have plenty of things to worry about. So I figure if I do top and bottom and then have them offset slightly, kind of like that. Hopefully it'll work. I'm gonna super, frost this and maybe even put some like wax paper kind of stuff over it to make it diffuse because I don't like the hot spots. But that's that. I already started doing installing the side panels and light blocking them with canopy glue and stuff, and then I'll go back and paint it black and everything. I'm going to mask off the edges. Maybe it's easier to light block first then put these on, but I figured I'd want to make sure all the seams were out of the way first this time. It's kind of weird building one of these right after building that one. It's like just going right into another one. But I've retained all the stuff, hopefully, and all the mistakes I did on that one, like in the cell alignment, so they're not like, this, which is what I did. What I figured out, I think Boyd showed it in his video, is he actually attached the nacelles to the pylons first, and then put those in the secondary hull so he was able to align them, because I did the secondary hull first with the pylons and then put the nacelles on, and I realized the nacelles will fit on the pylons just fine. They're aligned with the things. It's the pylons that can kind of go at an angle and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll get that all figured out. One thing that I don't know how this is going to work because I don't have the kit yet. I'm still waiting for it, but obviously this is going to be the secondary hull, so I don't think we'll need this stand. That was one of the problems I had with the Avenger, is this actually blew out, so then the model just slid up and down on the stand, which was my bad. I don't know, I still feel like they could have shored this up a bit with like little plastic support pieces, so I had to make basically a new one. I just like super glued, bonded some styrene together, and then coated it in JB weld, and then drilled the hole from the bottom, and it's worked okay, but it's kind of just from me moving it and transferring it from place to place, it's kind of worn down a bit, so now it looks like that. It's flying up in the air, yay! So, oh well, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. It'll be good. It'll be good. But one of the challenges with this will be to figure out how the secondary hull gets mounted. And like I said, I haven't seen the kit yet. I've only seen the images on the Howling Wolf Productions JT Graphics website. But because I noticed, I don't know exactly how it mounts, because I noticed the StarCraft's kit that came out ended up being different from the round 2 kit, like, because I bought the Aztec decals for it before the round 2 had come out. So, and they didn't exactly line up, and when you look at them, they're just slightly different details and spots. So we'll see how it attaches on. I think it's just like here, and then you get part of the shuttle bay, if I recall correctly, something like that. So we will see. But yet. And what else do we have going on? I'm working on, we got the saucer. I just put some adhesion promoter on it on the bottom, and I tape these over so they'll be easier to glue. I'm going to hit it with some black, it's dark gray primer, and it's pretty cheap, but it'll serve both. It'll primer it anyway. It's for the underside color because the sides don't all the way, you know, go to the edge, so this part will need to be painted. So it'll primer it, and it'll also be black, and then I'll probably kind of tape off the edge and here too, and paint it with the white for the light blocking. So, and then I've got the holes drilled out there for the shuttle deck thing, maintenance deck, and the super chiller, super cooler, whatever, the superchargers. That's what I was looking for. And the front phase particle cannons. I remember in the pilot they were, or pilot or first couple episodes, they were like particle cannons, and then they have them in a mirror darkly, these little things, and then you never see them again. So whatever, or nav lights, whatever the heck they are. So that's that. That's about all I got done so far on the NX Refit. Also working on this little guy right here. Good old Mark 9 tricorder. The problem with this though is this is an older kit. This is one of those ones probably before the screen used ones were out there. I think this is one of those early scratch built ones. So it's just a little bit thinner than it should be, so that top board doesn't really fit. So I'm thinking about taking it out and just very carefully dremeling off the bottom part of that doesn't have any conductive material, and then the top part of the other one, so that way it fits in there. I mean, it looks okay on the top, but here it looks okay. In person they bleed into each other and it kind of looks weird. And I don't know how I did this. This is the best part of this, or the worst part. So I set this thing away to be fixed, and it had its original boards, which were really cool. It had a mercury switch, so that way when you had it flat, the sound wouldn't work, but then when you pull it up, the sound would work. It was kind of neat. So I sent it away to be fixed, and it took like 3 years to get fixed, and I guess I'm patient, but I guess he just gave up and just sent me his new boards. One of the problems was one of the LEDs came out, or stopped working, and then something on here did too. And ironically, when I was putting it in, I managed to break off one of the LEDs. So it's come full circle with stupid. So I guess I got to take it out anyway and try to replace that. They're those weird like little side LEDs. So I mean, I've got a bunch of SMDs, but probably won't look right. We'll see. Hopefully I can fix it. I can't even believe I did that. What an idiot. What an idiot. Anyway, let's look at that one more time. It looks nice. So that's that guy. What else? Probably after this I'm going to do light blocking on the nacelles. Go ahead and get that out of the way. And just for fun, since it's here, hope you can still hear me, let's check out Ye Old Avenger model. I've never actually used this webcam, so it's one of those Windows 8 tablet wall PC things. So we will see how that works out. Probably should have brought a microphone. There we go. And here is Ye Old Avenger. Yeah, see what I mean? I can't, yeah. Oops. Just don't look at it from, you can kind of see it there too. Just don't look at it from the side. There you go. There, it looks good. But it's almost done. There's some light leaks that I need to fix. Torpedoes being one of them. I was going to have it where I was going to do a base like I did for the TOS Enterprise, but an Enterprise style base, but you would have different buttons that fired the torpedoes. I was going to do a more complicated one where it turned on flux chillers, blah, 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 but I didn't. Maybe another one. But I did wire up the torpedo launchers so you could fire them and they'd have sound effects. But I guess I should have light blocked them because it looks like it wouldn't really matter if they turned on or not because it just glows through and it actually looks kind of neat. So I'm even wondering if there's even a point having that hideous rat's nest on the bottom. So it's pretty much that. I got to install the back. These will be red because it's a bad guy ship or whatever. Those little nav lights turned out great. Those ones are alright. Side ones, I didn't light bulb. Well, looks okay in the camera. It's still really dim. And then this one cut out, died on me. I think the wiring came loose when I sealed it. So, oh well, it's still lit up. It's my first one. I'll do better on the next one. I hope. It'll be good. I hope. It'll be fine. So, I think just a few more little touch-ups, and then it is decal time. So that should be fun. I got the A Creation decals, which look really nice. So, and I've heard good things about them. And I think I used some on the USS Lakota, or no, my Excelsior, my NX Excelsior. I used those on, so those are really nice decals. So, but, yeah. Hopefully my Aztecing, my iridescent Aztec. Do you even see that? Will still show through. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. I've never been able to take any really good pictures of it. You can kind of see one right there, in between those. I don't know, 4 and 3 lights, and the 2 on the side. You can kind of see one up there. But they're kind of all over the model. This is fun to juggle. For that, one more thing, just for fun. There's the A Creation Aztecs, which I'll have to buy another one for this guy here. And then there's the ISS Avenger decals, which are really nice. But one more thing is I started working on the USS Thunderchild, the 1000 Akira class. And looks kind of crappy right now, but there is a lot of freaking windows on this thing, let me tell you. Those ones are all drilled pretty much. There's some that aren't really well defined, so I'm nervous about getting a drill bit in there. And then I need to pick up a drill bit because these ones are slightly bigger that'll work for those. The saucer is really thick because, well, especially here at the bottom, that like this area is really thick. It took forever to just get through one hole. So yeah, that's that guy. Ironic that I should be working on these at the same time. So yeah, that's about something. That's about it for this section for part 1 of this part 1. We'll come back here in a second with the progress that we've made today, so stick around. Oh, well, like 3 hours later, we made some progress, I'd say. Let's start off with this, because why not? It's the first thing I picked up. Here's the sensor dome. It's been frosted from the back, so it'll catch the light pretty well. Although it's kind of frosted anyway. This part and the bridge dome, they're kind of like, have a weird texture, so they're already frosted. It's kind of interesting. More frosting on these guys. All these guys are frosted. I painted little detail rings. This one needs to be cleaned up a bit, as you can see there. So the frame or whatever. And then same on the supercharger crystal. You can see that. Well, I mean, I got 3 of these to practice with, so I could just try it on another one. This, I don't even know how this came about, but I decided, first I frosted this guy, and then I thought, oh, wouldn't that be weird if I used the polytransbar red shimmering paint on it. It's not showing up in the camera, but it has this weird shimmering red effect. I don't know if I can make it do it. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. When you pass light through it, it almost looks green, which is really weird. And then I also did a coat of Tamiya clear black smoke color. Oh, that's too bright. It kind of looks green for some reason. So, I don't know. It actually looks cool off, but the red light doesn't penetrate too well, but we'll see what happens when we get the Tenna controls board. I just kind of propped it in front of the Avenger Bassards. It looks pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But it's definitely interesting. So that's those guys. Maybe too many paint fumes. Also frosted, then did the little details on those guys. And here's all these guys right here. This is all the detail parts that need to be masked and whatnot. Did the drilling of the little tiny sensor ports or whatever, those little blue circles on the brass colored pieces, the thruster. Well, there's the thrusters, and then there's those little like sensor communication areas. So drilled those out, and then got the saucer all light blocked, and it looks pretty good. Just like that. I'll probably do, I have to go back and hand paint that just in case. Although probably the primer will take care of that, but I'll probably do Boyd's method of just the LED tape on the top section. It worked pretty well for the Avenger over there, so that'll be good. So yeah, that's that. Also, we'll still have to see how it works for the secondary hull on. And here's this guy all light blocked. Piece of tape. And hopefully this cheap ass white paint dries quickly or eventually. And hopefully it took care of those light leaks on the bottom there, because I glued them down and then I tacked them in place with a little CA glue with some zip kicker, just so they would stay in place and let the glue dry. And then once that was all good, then I went back with canopy glue and kind of lathered it in the corners, so that way it would clog up any light leak holes. And then I sprayed it all in there, and hopefully it should be good. I'll definitely test before I fit it all together or glue it all down. One thing I made sure to do this time is I masked off all the connecting points, so that way it's a little easier for the glue to stick down, and that way I don't have to scrape it all off at the end again and risk, damaging something. So, but yeah, that's where we're at right now, pretty much. That's pretty much all I got accomplished tonight, and made the other warp engine lights. Although now that I think about it, I think the Tenna controls board comes with those, so that might have been a waste of time, but I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Other than that, I was too disheartened about that missing LED to even bother working on this guy, so I'm gonna put it right here in the drawer, right next to this guy, which I'm also afraid to work on, so I'm custom making that circuit. It's so well done. It's done by the master himself, Stapleton Props. It's like a brand new car finish. It's glorious, and I'm afraid of ruining it. So it's been sitting in here for a while. But other than that, that's pretty much all we got done tonight. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to this soon, tomorrow. I work and have musical rehearsal pretty much all this week, so it might be Friday before I can get back to it, but hopefully I can work on some more of it at home, just little detail stuff. I haven't quite decided what to do about the paint. We used royal light gray to me, a royal light gray for my 350 Enterprise. And it just is, well, it's a little too dark, but that's the only one that kind of seems to have a brush or a paintbrush equivalent, which is also not exact, but that way I can spray the whole model with the can, and that's really easy, and then go back with the airbrush and touch up spaces, since I don't have access to the Spies Hecker paint, and I don't have a big brush, or no, we do have a big spray gun, but we don't have the paint to put in it, so that seemed the best compromise, because like they were saying in the Hangouts, it's like mowing a football field with a push mower, so, and that would look pretty awkward on this ship, so, but hopefully that'll work. And there's so many different paint versions too. There's the metallic, like traditional NX colors with the secondary hull, but then it also has the gray thruster details and stuff like that, and then I've seen other people do it the gray with the brass gold color and all sorts of different color variations. I'm focused mostly on the Pierre Drolet version, the guy who I think actually did the real NX-01 CGI model for the show, and he did all the like the Zindi ships and Battlestar ships and Firefly. He did all sorts of the ships for the show, but his don't have the little spikes, so I don't know, we'll see. It might be a combination of there, because I also noticed it doesn't have a lot of other color details. It's just kind of gray, like the bridge top is gray, everything else is gray, and I know it's supposed to be TOS, but, and of course it's got the Aztecs, but it seems like it could use a little splice of color. But the only versions of his I've really been able to find are the ones in the desert, so none of the lights are on. So, yep. We will see day one of the NX refit, and hopefully the secondary hull will get here soon. I got an email back saying they're casting it up, so hopefully that will be soon. And then I still gotta, when money allows, order the Tenna Controls board and another set of Aztec decals. So, but it'll probably be a while before I need those. Oh, that's nice. Touch that up. But yeah, that's what's happening here. So anyway, look forward to more. And hey, if you're in the Denver area, come see Kiss Me Kate this September 12th through the 28th, the last 3 weekends. 7 p.m. on Saturdays and Fridays, 3 p.m. matinee on Sundays. It's going to be a good show, so come check it out. Anyway, well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.